Good morning, students. I am your Clara teacher. Today we are going to study geography. In the previous chapter, we have studied about the internal processes. So, in this lesson today, we will be studying the exogenetic, that is external processes and the landforms formed by them. External processes occurs because of the forces working on the Earth's surface. They are mainly solar energy, gravitational force and kinetic energy associated with the moving object on the Earth's surface. Landforms formed on the Earth's surface as a result of internal movements are called primary and secondary landforms. For example, continents, mountains, plateaus, plains, etc. Because of the external processes like weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition, the primary and the secondary landforms give way to the tertiary landforms. For example, valleys, sand, dunes, delta, U-shaped valleys, etc. Breaking or weakening of rocks is a natural phenomenon. It is called weathering. Weathering can be of three types: mechanical, chemical and biological weathering. So students will start with mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering mainly occurs because of the following reasons: temperature, frost, crystal growth and water. You will notice that as we can remove each and every outer layer of onion, similarly in nature rocks undergo such a process. The exposed part of the rock heats more while the inner part is comparatively cooler. As a result, the outer layers of the rock fall apart from the main rock. This is called exfoliation of the rock. Did you understand what's the meaning of exfoliation of the rock? The exposed part of the rock heats more while the inner part is comparatively cooler. Okay, now we are moving towards the temperature. The minerals in the rocks expand because of heat and contract while temperature decreases. Due to such continuous contracting and expanding, tension develops in the rock particles. Each mineral reacts differently to the temperature. Some minerals expand more while others do not expand as much. Consequently, the tension formed in the rocks also increases and decreases. As a result, cracks develop in the rocks and they break. In areas where the range of temperature is higher, weathering of this type is common in the hot desert. Yes, now we'll move towards frost. You know that the volume of water increases when it freezes. In areas where the temperature drops below 0 degrees Celsius for quite some time, the water accumulates in the cracks. In the rock freezes, its volume increases. This leads to tension in the rocks and they shatter. Crystal growth. In rocky coast, waves hit the sea cliff. This water is alkaline. Alkaline means a basic, that is any substance that neutralizes acid. Some water droplets hit the cracks in the rock. In this alkaline water, the soluble materials in the rock get dissolved. This leads to formation of small holes in the rocks. This is the effect of solution. Alkaline water gets stored in these holes. Because of heat, this water turns into water vapor and only crystals of alkaline materials remain in the rocks. Crystals occupy more space. This causes tension in the rocks. Holes are formed in the rocks. It looks like a honeycomb. Now we are moving towards the water. Due to water, some areas experience more rainfall than the other. In such areas, soaking of rock water also causes weathering of some rocks like sandstones. These rocks are formed because of pressure on the sand particles. Mud also makes sand particles come together. When water penetrates such a rocks, the particles get loose and separate from the main rock. This is called granular weathering. Sometimes both temperature and water are responsible for weathering. Differences in temperature cause contraction and expansion, widening the joints or the cracks in the rocks. Water accumulates in such a wide joints and big blocks of rocks separate from each other. This is called block disintegration.